Lebanon.
Thank you, Madam President. First, I wish to thank you for organizing today's open debate. I'd like also to thank Secretary General Ban, Undersecretary General Wallstrom, Undersecretary General Leroy, and Lieutenant General Gay for their comprehensive briefings. Madam President, wartime sexual violence has been one of history's greatest silences for long enough. And while the Security Council has passed landmark resolutions to try and combat what has been termed a weapon of war, UN actors on the ground still lack the tools they need to fight this war crime. The resolution we passed today grants them a few of these needed tools. The Council is requesting the Secretary General to list in an annex to his annual report the parties that are credibly suspected of committing or being responsible for patterns of rape and other forms of sexual violence in situations of armed conflict on the Security Council agenda. We are hence not only signaling to rapists in conflict zones around the world that their acts will no longer go unchecked, but also opening the way for more direct and constructive UN engagement with those parties whom we are calling upon to make specific and time-bound commitments to combat sexual violence. Madam President, sexual violence is not inevitable. It's not cultural, nor should it be considered collateral damage. When used systematically as a weapon of war, it intends to break the will of people by nominating them in humiliating and dehumanizing ways. It has the consequences not only on the populations against whom it's perpetrated, but also international peace and security, as it poses enduring challenges to durable stability and social cohesion. It is therefore our collective responsibility to put an end to it. It's my government's hope that today's resolution will establish formal monitoring, analysis and reporting, arrangements on conflict-related sexual violence, and bring about insightful analysis of trends and patterns to better protect affected populations and inform targeted measures. It's also important to further reinforce trust between local communities and UN peacekeeping missions on the ground, and to establish effective channels of communication that would provide timely and accurate information in the events of rapes. Female peacekeepers and women protection advisors are crucial in this sense. Where they have been present, local populations have more readily reported on instances of sexual violence. Today's resolution unequivocally supports their presence and the need to mainstream it. Furthermore, we welcome the elaboration by the Secretariat of scenario-based training materials on combating sexual violence for peacekeepers and encourage member states to use them. Madam President, though the tools we have formalized today through this resolution will undoubtedly make a difference, ending conflicts through a fair and lasting peace with the accompanying establishment of functional governmental institutions and the rule of law remains the international community's best bet to provide these populations with the protection they deserve, to end impunity, and to allow victims and communities to begin their painstaking recovery. My country welcomes the passage of this resolution today as a clear signal from the international community to perpetrators of the savage crime of sexual violence around the world that we will not stand idle as the bodies of women are turned into battlegrounds, and that they will be held accountable for their acts. Thank you, Madam President.